time again for another Willie's Pickups and Ramblins video. Don't have a whole lot to talk about this week. I got a few pickups, not too many. But one of the things I want to talk about is Shinto over in Atari Age is starting up a Atari Jaguar game-by-game podcast. Pretty excited about it. I love my Atari Jaguar, especially Tempest 2000 on it. Plays great with the custom rotary controller, so it gives you kind of an arcade experience almost. But I'm pretty excited to hear this podcast coming out. He also put together a neat little website called the GameByGamePodcast.com. I'll put a link in the show notes down below to this site, which he's created this table, this website that shows all the different retro game systems, or game systems that have a dedicated game-by-game podcast format. So you go on there and see if you can find your favorite console and see if there's a podcast out there talking about it in each game. Pretty cool website. Of course, there's a lot of holes there, so there's a lot of potential game consoles to talk about out there. The next one I'm hoping someone will do is the Atari Lynx. I love the Atari Lynx, so I'm hoping someone picks up that and starts doing a Lynx podcast. But anyway, moving on. My buddy Iseerobots, he released his latest episode called Space Pirates. He had me do some voice acting for it, so I've not had a chance to listen to it yet, so I'm looking forward to it. He says it came out really well. So if you like classic toys and talk about movies and things like that, you need to give his podcast a listen. It's very entertaining, very well done. One of the things I like he does is he talks about his exploits and his adventures at the Dig, the Goodwill site. Some of my favorite episodes is him talking about digging around at the Goodwill. It's pretty neat to listen to. I highly recommend listening to his podcast. It's really great. Other than that, my Arcade USA shirts have actually been completed and done. Chop Shop Goods up in Canada is producing these for me. Pretty nice shirts. Here's the back. Awesome. That's a custom logo that was designed by my buddy RK that does the 5200 Game by Game podcast with me. Here's the front. Shows the Arcade USA little logo here on the chest. On the side, it's about right here on the chest. Off to the side. So, yeah. I'm happy to finally get these shirts and find a source for people to order the crazy shirts. So all you have to do is go to chopshotgoods.com and email John over there and tell me you want an Arcade USA t-shirt and what size and everything. He'll send you an invoice and bada bing, you got it. Fast shipping. Guys are really great over there. Real nice shirts. I'm pretty happy with them. Very happy with them. So, what else? Oh, my buddy Phil, the No Swear Gamer on YouTube, who does some really awesome reviews on old retro games. Very entertaining YouTube channel to watch. I highly recommend it. Very family friendly. That's his goal. So a lot of the younger crowd can watch this, and the parents don't have to worry about any swearing or anything like that, because he's very family friendly and very entertaining. He's a lot of fun to watch. But he started up a Patreon. He's trying to raise some funds to improve his show and do more things with it and stuff. So I'll put a link in the show notes below. Go check out his channel if you really like it and you want to try to support his efforts. Go to his Patreon page and try to support him. And he's awesome. He's a nice guy. He really is. He's pretty funny too. But anyway, let's get to some of the pickups. All right. First thing, I've been playing around with my Atari Max cartridge. This is the flash cartridge for my Atari 800, and it's nice. You can set up your own multi-cart. So I put some of my favorite games on this so far, and one of the games I constantly gravitate to is called Buried Bucks. And basically, what you do in Buried Bucks is you fly this helicopter. It's kind of like Choplifter style. You fly this helicopter over the ground, and you'll see these dollar signs underneath the ground. Well, you got to shoot your gun to blow away the ground to make a hole to get down inside and grab the money bag and take it back to your base. And then go after the next money bag. Well, as soon as you start making holes, you'll see this bomber start flying overhead, and they start dropping sandbags down into the holes and fill them in on you. As the game progresses, you end up with underground water reservoirs and stuff you have to watch out for, and the water will leak into the cavern and fill it up. It's kind of cool, man. So I'm pretty happy to get that. Remember the last time I did one of these pickup videos, I was debating on picking up this Game Boy Micro Famicom edition that I saw at the store I like to go to. Well, I did. I picked it up. I couldn't resist. It's in pretty good condition. Has a small dent right here on the back. It's not bad. At least the screen is not scratched at all, so that's kind of rare for these Game Boy Micros to get one without the screen being all scratched up. So I really like this. It's really neat. So I add that to my collection. Also picked up a game for my Wii. Mainly I picked this up for my wife because she likes ocean animals and fish and things like that. It's called Endless Ocean Blue World. It's kind of neat. Basically you're a diver and you swim around underneath the water. You can interact with fish. You can look at them. You can look for shipwrecks, and it's a pretty neat exploration type of game. The music on it's pretty relaxing as well. It's got some nice music with this game. That's pretty cool. And then I also picked up a Pac-Man plug and play. Pretty neat. It has Pac-Man, Galaxian, Rally X, Dig Dug, and Bosconian. Bosconian's a really fun game. I like how you're able to shoot at the back of your ship and out in the front. And the gameplay mechanic is pretty neat where you have to shoot down the center of these enemy bases to blow them up. So you got to either shoot from the top or the bottom or the sides depending how it's oriented. Pretty fun game. Nice little plug and play. Even though it has this really short little stubby joystick on there, it actually controls fairly good. It's not too bad. It's pretty responsive. The games are pretty fun as well. And of course, the next thing I picked up is I found myself on another Atari Lynx. The Lynx 2. Now this thing is in excellent shape. Screen is not scratched. It's got a real nice bright screen. Good sound. It's in really good condition. Now the reason why I picked this up is because I want to start doing some of the multiplayer games on the Lynx where you connect two of them together. Which leads me up to my next pickup. A Comlinks cable. Comlinks cable, there we go. So I can hook up this Lynx to my original Lynx and play some multiplayer games like Warbirds. I want to try playing Warbirds because I got 2 copies of that. I want to play Gauntlet with my wife on the Lynx, so I need to pick up another copy of Gauntlet because I got one. So I'll be able to do some of the multiplayer games on the Lynx and make some videos on them. So I'm pretty stoked about finding this. Along with that, I picked up a couple games for it as well. I picked up APB, port of an arcade game. It's actually a pretty fun game to play. I like it if you don't complete your goals. You have the police chief breathing fire at you, saying you're a bad cop, and they come and arrest you and throw you in the back of the paddy wagon and haul you off. That always cracks me up. It's really neat to see in the arcade game too. And then another arcade game I picked up for my Lynx while I was at the flea market is Paperboy. Pretty good translation of Paperboy to the Atari Lynx. It's not too bad. Pretty fun game to play. Riding your bicycle, avoiding the dogs and rogue skaters and RC cars trying to deliver papers and break windows of houses that don't subscribe. A lot of fun. Really fun game to play. And then my wife, I don't know why she picked this up for me, but that's kind of cool. She picked up a box of Star Wars cereal. Maybe because it has Yoda on it. So, that's cool. That's kind of neat. And then lastly, my good buddy Indie Soul that does Stalking the Retro with, I do Stalking the Retro with, he hacked my PSP. Well, he helped me hack my PSP. Really easy to do. I can't believe it. So now I can play all different types of emulators on here and all kinds of cool stuff. Of course, the very first game I put on it, Galaga 90. Yeah. I love Galaga 90 on my TurboGrafx Express. Problem is, I play it so much that my wife gets frustrated with me and she'll take it away and hide it. Well, now I have a backup plan. Awesome. So thanks, Indy, for doing that. It brought new life to that PSP. I like it just as much now as my Vita I have, so I carry them both. It's awesome. Anyway, that's all the pickups for this week. I'm getting ready to record the 5200 game by game. It's not called the Game by Game podcast. Getting ready to record the 5200 Super podcast tonight with Ferg. We're going to be talking about Defender. Also had a nice interview with Steve Baker, who actually programmed the game Defender for the Atari 5200 and the Atari 8-bits. I've been trying to set up an interview with Eugene Jarvis, the actual arcade programmer of Defender. He's pretty busy, so I'm getting that worked out. But anyway, keep on gaming and talk to you later.